Good evening and welcome back to One TV News with me, Esma. Minister D. Sridhar Babu has accused certain individuals of being behind a conspiracy regarding the recent attack on the Vikarabad district collector and assured that those responsible for the incident will be severely punished. Speaking at a press conference held in the assembly premises, the minister explained that the collector had taken proactive steps to engage with farmers and address local issues. However, he claimed that some anti-social elements had provoked and attacked innocent farmers as a part of the pre-planned conspiracy. Taking aim at the BRS party leaders, Babu alleged that they were working against public welfare objectives and obstructing the government's development initiatives. He emphasized, "We are thoroughly investigating this conspiracy and acts of intimidation, and those involved will face strict punishment."
దానికి తోడు విచారణ కూడా పూర్తి స్థాయిలో జరపాలని నిర్ణయం చేసి అసలు కలెక్టర్ గారిని పథకం ప్రకారం ఆ వేదిక నుంచి అక్కడ దగ్గరికి రమ్మని చెప్పింది ఎవరు, వచ్చిన తర్వాత దాడి చేసే ప్రయత్నం చేసింది ఎవరు, ఎవరి దమనకాండకు పాల్పడే కార్యక్రమాన్ని ఆలోచన చేసింది ఎవరు, దీని వెనుక ఉన్న కుట్రదారులు, దానిపైన ఖచ్చితంగా విచారణ జరపడం జరుగుతుంది. సమగ్ర విచారణ చేసి స్పష్టంగా చెప్తా ఉన్నాం, ప్రభుత్వ యంత్రాంగానికి సంబంధించి ప్రభుత్వం అభివృద్ధికి సంబంధించిన సంక్షేమానికి సంబంధించిన పథకాలను అడ్డుకోవాలని ఎవరు ప్రయత్నం చేసినా ఉపేక్షించేది లేదు. ప్రజాస్వామికమైన పద్ధతిలో అభ్యంతరాలు, అనుమానాలు, అభిప్రాయాలు తెలియజేసుకోవడానికి తప్పకుండా.
Former Telangana Minister and BRS Working President K.T. Rama Rao on Tuesday accused Congress leader Rahul Gandhi of misleading the people of Maharashtra with unfulfilled promises. Speaking to the media, Rama Rao alleged that funds allocated by the Telangana government were being misused in the Maharashtra election campaign. He also criticized Rahul Gandhi for making false claims about the achievements of the Congress party in Telangana, calling them misleading and inaccurate.
In Telangana, after December 2023, the new government, Congress government, has assumed office. Their important leader and the leader of opposition today in Parliament, in Lok Sabha, Shri Rahul Gandhi ji, keeps talking about crony capitalism, corruption, how today powerful people who are connected to more powerful people are able to abuse the proximity to power centers and get their way in terms of amassing wealth. Today I'm here to show you proofs of one such instance. This is one such instance. I'm going to come back to Delhi repeatedly and talk more and more about rampant corruption in Congress government in Telangana. The one instance I'm going to point out, about a month ago, I have written an elaborate letter to Shri Manohar Lal Khattar ji, who is the Urban Development Minister under whose department Amrut scheme currently functions. Now, Amrut, as you all know, is a scheme that basically was launched by Government of India to facilitate creation of infrastructure, primarily water, sewerage infrastructure, etc., in towns with population of more than 1 lakh. Amrut 2.0, under which in Telangana tenders have been called in February this year, early this year. The tenders were called in about 8 packages. I have all the details here, but unfortunately these details you will not find in any of the websites in Government of Telangana. Government of Telangana has been basically keeping them all quiet. Even if you apply under RTI, you will not know कि किसको क्या टेंडर मिला. इसीलिए थोड़ा मैं आप सबके सामने रखने की कोशिश कर रहा हूँ. एक पैकेज बुलाया गया था 1758 करोड़ का, दूसरा 1881 करोड़ का, तीसरा 1135, another one for 1270, and so on. Altogether, 6 packages totaling 8,888 crore work have been called for in February this year. Now, why am I speaking in November if tenders were called in February? In fact, in Hyderabad, in the state of Telangana, we've been making this point very strongly. I have to point out to one company specifically. This is a company called Shodha Constructions. उसका डायरेक्टर्स का रिपोर्ट भी मैं आपको दे दिया हूं, कॉपी एक देख लीजिएगा. ऑडिटेड रिपोर्ट है. 21-22 में इस कंपनी की नेट प्रॉफिट थी 2.2 करोड़. इट्स अ वेरी स्मॉल कंपनी which has no qualification, no capital of sorts even to execute any kind of work. In 2021, this company's net profit was 3.5 crores. In 21-22, the net profit was 2.2 crore. I am sharing the document of the company from the audited report from the director's report. Now, this company belongs to the brother-in-law of Chief Minister Revant Reddy. Now, this brother-in-law's name is Srujan Reddy, and this company, Shodha Constructions, is an unknown entity as far as Telangana is concerned, as far as Andhra is concerned. With a net profit, let me remind you again, of only 2.2 crore. Now, magically, as soon as Revant Reddy becomes Chief Minister, this company magically starts getting a lot of attention, and the crony capitalism that Rahul ji keeps talking about. This is a classic example of that. I have written an elaborate letter to Sri Manohar Lal Khattar ji, which I have shared with all of you. In this, I would like to point out, this company, an unknown entity, which no qualifications, most importantly, with no qualifications whatsoever, to actually be able to execute large quantum of work to the extent of 1,137 crore, has been awarded a package which is humongous for the company of this size, and most importantly, this has only come to the fore. ये बाहर निकला, ये बात गवर्नमेंट ने नहीं बताया, किसी मीडिया ने इसके बारे में नहीं बताया, बाहर किसी ने नहीं बताया. अल्टीमेटली ये बात बाहर आई 13 मार्च 2024, जबकि इंडियन ह्यूम पाइप कंपनी ने एक चिट्ठी लिखी नेशनल स्टॉक एक्सचेंज को और बॉम्बे स्टॉक एक्सचेंज को, क्योंकि IHP इज अ लिस्टेड कंपनी, इट्स अ लार्ज कंपनी. IHP ने एक चिट्ठी लिखी कि हमने तेलंगाना की गवर्नमेंट ने जो टेंडर बुलाई, इसमें एक जॉइंट वेंचर हमने बनाई AMR के साथ, शोधा कंस्ट्रक्शन के साथ, और हमें एक इसमें काम मिला 1137 करोड़. बट हियर इज द इंटरेस्टिंग पार्ट. JV बनाना गलत नहीं है, काम लेना गलत बात नहीं है. हियर इज द इंटरेस्टिंग पार्ट. नाउ इन दिस वेरी लेटर IHP says the value of the work awarded is rupees 1137 crore excluding GST, and the share of the works executed by IHP is 20%.
The intensity of cold in Rajna Sarsila district of Telangana is steadily increasing. According to the Meteorological Department, the district recorded a minimum and maximum temperature of 14.9 degrees Celsius. In addition, many areas are experiencing dense fog, which has reduced visibility on the roads until 8 am, causing difficulties for drivers and pedestrians. Due to the cold weather, people have been avoiding going out in the early mornings and evenings of the past week. Shiv Sena UBT leaders have strongly reacted to the Election Commission's decision to search the helicopter of former Maharashtra Chief Minister and Shiv Sena UBT President Uddhav Thackeray twice. Senior party leader Priyanka Chaturvedi condemned the action, calling it dishonest and an abuse of Uddhav Thackeray. Chaturvedi termed the incident as gross violation and called for the Election Commission to be held accountable for it. She raised a critical question asking if Uddhav Thackeray's helicopter can be stopped for a search. Why would the helicopters of Prime Minister Narendra Modi, Maharashtra Chief Minister Eknath Shinde and Deputy Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis not be searched as well?
जो जनता का प्रतिसाद मिल रहा है वो स्पष्ट करता है कि महाविकास आघाड़ी जीत की ओर है और उद्धव बाला साहेब ठाकरे जी फिर से मुख्यमंत्री स्थापित होंगे, क्योंकि ये जनता का उनके लिए प्रेम है, जनता का उनके लिए विश्वास है। उनके कार्यकाल में उन्होंने काम देखा है, उनके साथ होता हुआ गद्दारी देखा है, जो ना महाराष्ट्र की संस्कृति का हिस्सा है ना हमारे धर्म का एक हिस्सा है। तो इन गद्दारों को सबक सिखाने के लिए आप देख रहे हैं कितना एक उत्साहित माहौल है। जनता हमारी आवाज़ सुनकर और 20 तारीख को मशाल को वोट कर और महाविकास आघाड़ी को विजयी बनाएगी।
जिस तरीके से उद्धव ठाकरे के हेलीकॉप्टर रहे या गाड़ियां रहे वो चेकिंग किया जा रहे हैं आपके
वो डरपोक लोग हैं और जब ये डरते हैं ईडी, ईसी, इनकम टैक्स, सीबीआई को आगे करते हैं। इन डरपोक लोगों से ना हम डरे हैं, हम डटकर लड़े हैं और यही उद्धव साहब कर रहे हैं। मैं उनको खुली चुनौती देती हूँ कि अगर होगी हिम्मत तो चेकिंग अपनी भी कराएंगे। आज उनके फ्लाइट हेलीकॉप्टर का टेक ऑफ करने से भी रोका गया है, यानी आप समझ सकते हैं वो देख रहे हैं, कहते ना राइटिंग इज ऑन द वॉल कि इनकी 4 दिन की चांदनी अब अंधियारी रात होने वाली, अमावस की रात बनने वाली है। इसलिए डरे हुए, घबराए हुए ईडी को, इलेक्शन कमीशन को आगे करें। मैं इलेक्शन कमीशन को खुली चुनौती देती हूँ कि अगर उनमें दम है तो आज वो प्रधानमंत्री से लेकर गृह मंत्री के भी हेलीकॉप्टर की चेकिंग करेंगे।
The Congress has strongly condemned the lathi charge on students protesting against the Public Service Commission in Prayagraj, Uttar Pradesh. Jairam Ramesh, the in charge of the Congress Communication Department, described the action as very regrettable and emphasized that the legitimate demands of students should be listened to carefully. He stated that it was a failure of the administration to ignore their rightful grievances. Ramesh also accused the BJP of repeatedly attempting to suppress the voice of the youth. He pointed out that this was not the first instance where force had been used against students protesting for job demands, recruitment scams and paper leaks. Leader of opposition in Lok Sabha and Congress MP Rahul Gandhi, while addressing an election rally in Gondia, Maharashtra, highlighted the struggles of soybean and cotton farmers. He said farmers work very hard cultivating soybeans and cotton, but they are not paid the right price. Rahul Gandhi blamed the Modi government at the center of the situation and referred to the controversial 3 agricultural laws, claiming that these laws would only exacerbate the problems faced by farmers. Addressing a large crowd, Gandhi criticized Prime Minister Narendra Modi for introducing 3 black laws against which farmers across the country had protested. He questioned if these bills were truly in the interest of farmers. Why did the farmers of the country take to the streets?
महाराष्ट्र में सोयाबीन, कपास, मैं आपसे पूछना चाहता हूं, आपको सही दाम मिलता है? आप मेहनत करते हो, आपके हाथ फट जाते हैं, 24 घंटा अपना खून पसीना आप देते हो और आपकी मेहनत का फल आपको नहीं मिलता। अदानी जी के हाथ नहीं फटते, मैंने हाथ कभी मिलाए नहीं है, मगर मैं जानता हूं बिल्कुल मुलायम मुलायम हाथ होंगे उनके। खेत में कभी शायद गए भी नहीं है, मगर हिमाचल में अगर आप सेब बेचना चाहते हो तो पहले अदानी जी के गोदाम में डालना पड़ेगा। नरेंद्र मोदी जी 3 काले कानून लाए, देश में सारे के सारे किसान उसके खिलाफ खड़े हो गए और नरेंद्र मोदी भाषण में कहते हैं मैं तो ये बिल किसान के फायदे के लिए लाया था। अगर आप किसान का फायदा करने की कोशिश कर रहे थे तो किसान सड़कों पे क्यों उतरा? क्योंकि किसान जानता है कि आप किसान की कभी मदद नहीं करते हो। 16 लाख करोड़ रुपए आपने अरबपतियों का कर्जा माफ किया। मैं पूछता हूं, नरेंद्र मोदी जी ने 10-11 साल में कितने किसानों का कर्जा माफ किया है? एक का नहीं किया है। कि यह विचारधारा की लड़ाई है, यह संविधान की लड़ाई है और नरेंद्र मोदी जी, आरएसएस के लोग, बीजेपी के लोग इस संविधान को, अंबेडकर जी के संविधान को गांधी जी के संविधान को खत्म करने में लगे हैं। सामने से नहीं करते हैं, बंद कमरों में करते हैं, सरकारों को गिराकर करते हैं, किसानों से धन छीनकर करते हैं, अरबपतियों को कर्जा माफ करके इस पर आक्रमण करते हैं। इसीलिए लड़ाई इसकी है, संविधान को बचाने की लड़ाई है, नफरत को मोहब्बत से हराने की लड़ाई है। यह मोहब्बत की किताब है, इसमें आप पढ़ लो, इसमें आपको नफरत कहीं नहीं मिलेगी। नफरत आपको बीजेपी के लोगों के दिल में मिलेगी, इस किताब में नहीं मिलेगी। कांग्रेस पार्टी के कार्यकर्ता के दिल में आपको कभी नहीं मिलेगी, कांग्रेस पार्टी के नेताओं के दिल में आपको कभी नहीं मिलेगी, इंडिया गठबंधन के नेताओं के दिल में आपको नफरत नहीं मिलेगी। यही लड़ाई है और यह आपके खून के अंदर है। यह संविधान, यह आपके डीएनए में है, यह आपके खून में है। और मैं जानता हूं, जो मैं आपसे कह रहा हूं आप समझ रहे हो। मैं जानता हूं कि आप हर रोज इस संविधान की रक्षा करते हो, नफरत को मोहब्बत से काटते हो। जैसे मैंने कहा भारत जोड़ो यात्रा में, जो मैंने कहा, नफरत के बाजार में आप सब मोहब्बत की दुकान खोलते हो। आप दूर दूर से मेरी बात सुनने आए, इसके लिए मैं आपको दिल से धन्यवाद करता हूं। और अंत में फिर से कहता हूं कि हमें 10-15 लोगों का हिंदुस्तान नहीं चाहिए, हमें अरबपतियों का हिंदुस्तान नहीं चाहिए, हमें किसानों का, मजदूरों का, युवाओं का हिंदुस्तान।
Melania Trump, the wife of newly elected US President Donald Trump, the First Lady, has pledged that the Trump administration will fully commit to protecting freedom. In a post on X, Melania Trump stated that following Donald Trump's victory in the 2024 presidential election, the American people have entrusted him with the crucial responsibility of safeguarding freedom. She emphasized the Trump administration will protect the freedoms that are at the heart of our republic. Additionally, Melania Trump vowed to uphold this responsibility with full dedication, noting that the majority of the Americans have entrusted her with this important task and she is determined to fulfill it with unwavering loyalty. That's all for today. Stay connected for more updates. Thank you.